Hello friends, welcome to my channel Truth and Beliefs. I'm talking about the rights of women from the last few videos. While taking same forward, I will talk about the rights of women in Islam even today. When people say Islam oppresses women, I respond, how can it oppress woman when there is no compulsion in Islam? A woman is able to exercise her free will to choose what she is religiously responsible for. The only criterion is that she not use her free will in pursuit of her own desire, for then her will would be competing with God's will. Thus she would be creating a partner with God. This is the only sin that is not forgiven in Islam. As per Holy Book Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 256, there is no compulsion in Islam. As per Holy Quran, Surah Nisa, verse 19, believer, it is not lawful for you to become heir to women against their will. It is not lawful that you should take away anything of what you have given them. You may not put constraint upon them unless they are guilty of brazenly immoral conduct. Live with your wives in a good manner. If you dislike them in any manner, it may be that you dislike them in any manner it which Allah has placed much good for you. This means that the relatives of the husband should not treat the widow of the deceased as if she were a part of the inheritance and being imposing their will on her. Upon the death of her husband, a woman becomes independent. As soon as her legally prescribed period of waiting ends, she is free to go to wherever she likes and to marry anyone she wishes. The permission is intended not in order to provide them with an excuse to misappropriate her property, but to exercise a restraint on her conduct and prevent her from lewdness. This means that if the wife is either not beautiful or has some shortcoming because of which she does not seem attractive enough to her husband, the latter should not suddenly decide, in a fit of rage and disgust, to part with her. Rather, he should act with patience and forbearance. It often happens that a woman lacks physical attraction but has other qualities which are of much greater value for the success of married life. Hence, if such a woman finds the opportunity to express her qualities, the same husband who initially felt revulsions towards her becoming captivated by her attractive conduct and character, sometimes in the early stage of married life, a husband dislikes certain things in his wife. And this initial dislike may even grow to revulsions where a man to be patient and allow all the potentialities of the woman to be realized. It would become evident to him that her merits outweighed her weakness. Hence, a man has in taking the decision to rupture the matrimonial bond is not praiseworthy. Repudiations of marriage should be a man's last resort, a resort towards which he should turn only in unavoidable circumstances. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, has said, divorce is the most reprehensible of all lawful things. Abu Dawud, book Talaq, book 3, Ibn Majah, Talaq 1. In another tradition, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, marry and do not go about divorcing, for God does not like men and women who keep on changing partners merely for change of taste. Al-Tabrani, cited by Ajluni on Kashaf al-Khifa, volume 1, page number 304. A Muslim widow is allowed to remarry, and her remarriage is the responsibility of the Muslim society. As per Holy Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 234, and those who are taken in death among you and leave wives behind, the wives shall wait 4 months and 10 days, and when they have fulfilled their terms, then there is no blame upon you for what they do with themselves in any acceptable manner, and Allah is full acquainted with what you do. The surah then turns to introduce the rules governing widows, their waiting period, and whether and when they can entertain new proposal for marriage. In pre-Islamic Arabia, widows suffered a great deal of injustice at the hands of their own families, their in-laws, and society in general. When a husband died, his widow would be confined to drab part of the home and made to wear her shabbiest clothes and refrain from using any perfume or essence for a whole year. At the end of the period, she would be required to perform a series of degrading and meaningless ritual, which included casting animal faces into the air and riding an ass or sleep through the town or village. Islam did away with all those worthless customs and alleviated the suffering of widows, who, in addition to the grief of losing their husband, had to endure the humiliations and persecutions of their families, and were deprived of the opportunity to resume a happy and decent family life. Islam set a waiting period of 4 months and 10 days, which is slightly longer than that of a divorced wife. Unless a woman is pregnant, in which case her waiting period extended until she has delivered. The purpose of the waiting period is to determine whether the woman is pregnant and to avoid hurting the feelings of the family of her deceased husband by leaving his home immediately after his death. During this period, the widows wear modest cloth and does not wear the sort of makeup that encourages suitors to propose marriage to her. Once the waiting period is over, no one from either his family or that of her deceased husband has the right to dictate to her what to do with her life. She is totally free to decide herself within the established traditions and teachings of Islam. She is free to wear all types of clothes permitted for Muslim women to receive marriage proposal and to give her consent to marrying anyone she chooses, unimpeded by any antiquated or unreasonable tradition or custom. She has only God to please and fear, for God is aware of all what you do. Okay guys, thank you watching my video. I hope you liked my video. If you want any informations about the related topics, then you write in the comment box. I will make a video for you on that topics. I will continue my discussions on same topic, women's right in Islam, in my next video. So please do subscribe my channel to stay updated.